Welcome back, guys and gals. This is going to be a GTA 5 Nightclub review. Most exciting thing this summer about Grand Theft Auto definitely was the coming out of the nightclubs. As everybody knows who plays GTA, you got a few different nightclubs to choose from. It doesn't matter which one you choose as long as you choose. I recommend choosing one near where the rest of your stuff is, where your clubhouse might be, or where your garage might be, or where your CEO office might be. I recommend trying to get one near there, even if it's a little bit more money. The one that's cheap down by the airport is kind of worth getting because there's a few missions where you have to go to the airport and pick up people. So but let's dive into the real reason of the review, is the meat and potatoes of the nightclub. As you've seen here, I'm selling some goods. I'm still in the beginnings of getting goods brought to the nightclub and selling. But I thought I'd show you what the selling of
duty-free
set of goods.
The buyer wants this stuff
I got the van.
out at sea.
I got the free camo
and airlift it
that
over
they give you.
You can fly, right?
But I upgraded the van, fully armored with the wedge that really doesn't wedge in the front. The nightclub is really cool. I think the nightclub honestly is not meant to be this huge money maker that everybody's putting it out to be, because I can make more money doing double RP and double money missions that Martin puts out, or that anybody puts out, or VIP missions, like Headhunter and stuff. When that happens, I can make more money doing that than doing this sometimes. I mean, you put a lot of, here's the thing, a lot of people say, oh, you gotta buy all the extra basements and all the extra warehouse space. Yes, but the amount of time that it's going to take to get that money back, it's going to be a long time investment of time versus the money. Even if you have the GTA money already, the amount of time that it's going to take to get that back, it's of your personal real lifetime, it's going to be weeks and months, depending on how much you spend on it. You spend $4, $5, $6 million, you're not getting $4, $5, $6 million back in a week or two, or even a month. It's gonna take a long time, unless you're sitting here
I'm reading the
really hardcore gaming in between 8 to 12 hours a day.
Remember to deploy
it's gonna take some time.
the chopper until you attack
some people, that's what they do.
Then just take it nice
so there ain't nothing wrong with that,
okay? You can do this.
And as you can see, I'm having a hard time grabbing this van, and I actually realized why, because I forgot to drop the dang hook. So the missions, though, really cool. Get to follow a helicopter. The last time I sold goods. This time I am using a helicopter. A long drive, I gotta say, a much longer drive than it probably needed to be. But I guess the point of it is to be, to defend yourself from other people coming after you. The nightclub I chose, I think I mentioned it in previous videos, like $1.4 million, 1.44, plus I got some extras. Nightclub it's really cool. Like I said, I think it's more of a status thing. Friends of mine were really like, man, so somebody's got to get a nightclub, and I'm like, you know what, I'll get a nightclub, and I want to see what it's like anyway. And the nightclub missions are really cool. Again, they're not big money making missions. Gaining popularity makes you like no money, like $5,000. I mean, $5,000 will cover your utility bill for your your facility for a day. So if you do one of those, popularity brings in $10,000 a day. So anybody who owns a nightclub will notice that you'll make $10,000 a day, up to, if you keep your popularity up. So what you see now. So I just delivered my supplies. Got paid $131,000. If I'd let my supplies sit there longer, I would have gotten more. I had more room in my warehouse, so I could have. But I really, I wanted to educate some people on this, on the nightclub, the designs and stuff of the nightclub. I mean, what's really cool is that it keeps you busy. I know a lot of people lately who've been saying to me, Perez, GTA is just starting to get a little boring. Seems like we're just doing the same thing over and over again. Well, the nightclub is something where there's so much to do. And does it make you a super ton of money like, quickly, like a set of heists will, like the Doomsday heist, or like a Pacific Standard Job heist or something? No. It's not going to make you that amount of crazy money. But what it will do is, it'll keep you busy. You'll still make some money doing it. Again, it's a status thing. The having a nightclub, having a facility wasn't much different. People are like, oh man, I gotta get somebody who has a facility. It's so expensive, and getting a facility was not cheap for anybody, and even the cheapest one wasn't cheap. And then you gotta try and make that back by doing the Doomsday heists and doing them like 2-3 times over, because you're splitting money with people. So again, the nightclub isn't any different to me than the facility was for the Doomsday heist, because you spend a lot of money up front and you work on just getting it back little by little by little. I mean, a maxed out facility, takes time to fill up, and it's a big sale, and you'll get a lot of that money back. So, not saying it isn't totally worth it, but what I am saying is it's going to take some time. So, pick the nightclub that's close to where you are. Don't expect to make a huge amount of money right away. Even if you're putting a lot of money in to it, and you're going to get a lot of money out of it, it's still not going to, you'll get $1 million back, in 2 weeks. But if you're putting $1 million in, getting $1 million out in 2 weeks of real time, that's probably because you put in, $3 million, $4 million into all that storage space, and on top of buying a nightclub. So you're, for me, I put in about $2 million, and I've gotten out about $500,000 in about 2 weeks. So you get about 25% of what you put in every 2 weeks. So I'd say in about 2 months you're gonna break about even. So just keep it in mind, because the $10,000 a day that you're getting, as long as you keep your popularity up, that's just gonna pay for your utilities. When you see all those utilities come out of your money every single day, that's just a good way to look at it. You get those utilities taken out, and that $10,000 a day, you just go to your wall safe there and you take it out whenever you want. I usually let it fill up to $70,000 and then I take it, every week. And that's it. And then when my utilities come out, and then that just makes up for it. So utilities are almost $10,000 a day anyway. So, but I thought I'd end this video really cool. I was just messing around, flying around with my car after I delivered the goods here, and I fly up to the construction building. So, before we get to that, because I got something pretty cool that I thought was pretty impressive. It took me about 4 tries. I think I recorded 3 of them, but it took me about 4 tries to get something done here. So you'll see what I did here in just a second. But nightclub, totally worth it. Very fun to play with your friends. Again, a very much status quo thing. I would say it's worth it if you just want to keep busy and have something to do, and give yourself a good 2 months. You'll make your money back. So just don't expect to make your money back right away. Anything after 2 months, going into month 3, you're going to start making profit if you really invest a good amount of time into it. So nightclub, thumbs up, pretty exciting. A lot of good vehicles you can buy. So I'm flying up into the construction building. I'm just like, you know what? There's only 6 people in my lobby. I'm like, is there anybody around me? Like, if for some reason I was just like, I want to snipe somebody. So I was just like, I'm gonna find somebody to snipe. And then out of nowhere, I see a dude out in his blimp promoting his nightclub. I was like, nope. Sniped his ass. Dead. Done. Over. Goodbye.